Hello everyone, in today's video I will be doing a AP class tier list, and so I'll just be screen recording on my iPad and I'll give you guys like a ranking of I don't know, how the classes felt to me. I'm only going to do the classes that I took. Here are the classes I took for reference, but let's do it. Okay, so first of all, I didn't take this. If I didn't take it, I guess I'll just leave it there. Oops. Calc AB. So I took Calc AB in my sophomore year. I felt like it was okay. There wasn't a lot of work, and I felt like statistics was harder than Calc AB. I'm gonna put it, wait, am I ranking this on difficulty or how much I like it? I'll put it in B tier. It was like average, you know? AP Computer Science Principles, that's an F. I hate that class. I hate everything computer science. It's like a class where you just do busy work. I am really bad at everything computer science related. I took both of the computer science, and those were like one of the only classes I got a 4 in until this year's AP exam scores come out, and I'm probably gonna get more 4s. But yeah, this class, I mean, it wasn't like hard, it was just that I hated the material and there was like no material. Yeah, that goes in F2. What is next? I can't read. AP Calc BC. So my teacher was, this is a different teacher than the Calc AB one, but he was very good at explaining, and he color-coded all the notes like really well. Even so, I got really bored because I took AB and I slacked off at the second semester and kind of slept. Oh, I shouldn't say that. So I felt like BC was kind of easy because I took AB, and that's why I'm gonna put it in B tier, and I'm not gonna put it lower. Like some people might put it lower, but I'm gonna put it in B tier because it wasn't that bad for me. And like there were only a few applications of like Taylor and Malchurian series that were on the AP exam, and as long as you know how to do those, you can, I think you can pass with just AB content, right? Okay, next we have Computer Science A. That's another F tier. We're just gonna leave all the computer sciences in F tier. It's literally the worst. Okay, AP Statistics. This is gonna go in A tier. Statistics, I feel like, is a very important class. Like in my biology class, we had a unit for statistics. In my psychology class, we had a unit for statistics. I also had a nice teacher. All my teachers were nice. But I really hated Unit 4 about probability. I feel even though it is harder than AB in my opinion, it's still ranked higher because it's more practical. Okay, biology. This class. My teacher didn't get through the whole entire content, but I guess in my opinion, I felt like the biology exam was like similar format to the ACT science section. Like, honestly, I don't even remember it very well. But this is gonna go D tier. It's like, I'm sure if you had a good teacher, it would be a good class. But, I mean, my teacher was okay. He gave us work and stuff, but we didn't finish the content. Okay, here it is. We were on environmental science. So environmental science, the class was easy, like the teacher was lenient, but we also didn't get through the whole content. We kind of just crammed it into like the last week of school. I didn't really like the content or like the curriculum very much because I guess I'm not into environmental or into science. So It's better than biology though, because it was easier. And it was also funner, so I'm gonna put that C too. Okay, this is the next one I took. AP English Literature. This class is like what I'm just so blessed to have such a good teacher. Listening to this teacher makes me gain like brain cells. I feel myself getting more wise, but it also like, I don't know, it helped me evolve like my brain. And I remember before this class, I was really sucky at writing, but now I feel a lot more confident in writing. And my teacher was really good at making us more confident in our writing, even if we wrote badly. We also didn't have due dates in that class. Okay, next up we have, I can't see. AP Physics 1 algebra based. Okay, this class I studied so much for. I like worked my butt off at the end of the school year during the AP. I watched a lot of JG Organic Chemistry tutor videos. I bought his subscription. I had like 2 or 3 Princeton review books about it. I had a Barron's textbook about this. I feel like I like this class. It's character building. So, and my teacher was also nice. So, I'm gonna put this in A tier. But do I put it before or after statistics? I'm gonna put it after statistics because no, I'm gonna put it before statistics. It's more A tier than statistics. Oh, can I change that? Okay, there you go. Or, I don't know, how do I rank it? I'm just gonna leave it in the tier and I'm not gonna rank the order. Okay, next up we have AP Physics C, E&M. Okay. This class. I realized I did not study what I should have for the AP exam, but honestly, I went out of the AP exam thinking I did well, but the more I reflect on it, the worse I did. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I did well in the class, but I feel like everyone did well in the class because the teacher was lenient at grading. I'm putting that in, like, okay. It's better than computer science. Nothing can be worse than computer science, so I'm gonna put it in E tier. Physics C Mechanics. If you take Physics 1 is a prereq, right? A prerequisite for it. It's not that bad. I'm gonna put it, it's better than environmental science, but it's not, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put it at the same level as math. Like, by the way, I am ranking these based on how much I like the class and not how well I did, because and next we have AP English Lang. Lang was nice. It wasn't as good as Lit. I feel like Lit gives you a lot more creative freedom and stuff, while language is a more defined, how do I say it? Lit is like more philosophical, right? It makes you think more. And then Lang is just following like grammar, syntax, line of reasonings and stuff. So I actually didn't like this class that much, but I did like the teacher. I'm gonna put it lower than Lit because I didn't like the class as much. I'm gonna put it C tier. And the funny thing is, I think I did like really good on my language essays, even though I'm ranking it lower than Lit. And for literature, I absolutely flopped my essays. Like, I did so bad because I heard people already typing when I was still writing my draft, like with pencil and paper. So I freaked out, and then I started typing and I wrote some stupid shit, and then I deleted it and rewrote it. So I had like 30 minutes less time for Lit because I just restarted my essay. But even though that happened, I still liked the class Lit more than Lang, even though I feel like I did so much better in Lang for the AP exam. Okay, Next up, the next one I took is macroeconomics. I feel like I did well in the class. I don't think I did very well on the AP exam. I skipped like some MCQ questions. How do I like this class? I feel like it wasn't that bad. And I also feel like it was very applicable because I was using like some of the content from econ and like history in my history class and stuff. So I'm gonna put it at the top of the C tier. Okay, AP Psychology. That is an easy A tier. Or should I put it in S? Okay, I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier because literally I had a very good teacher for this class. I love like listening to the psychology stories that my teacher told me, and I feel like you could use this information. I feel like you can use the information from psychology very easily in your everyday life. Like also with the examples that like the teacher provides, connecting it to everyday life. I don't know if I did well on the AP exam. I hope I did. But and I was also like psychology was like so applicable that I used it in both of my English essays. I used it incorrectly in my literature essay, but I did use it correctly in my language essay. What did I use it on in my English essays? I said something about like what was it called? Like external source of loci. Internal loci control. Internal focus of internal loci of control or something in my literature essay. And then in my language essay, I wrote about, the prompt was about how important it is to live in the moment. And I said something like that while we should live in the moment and we should be present in the journey, we can't let go of the destination. You know what I'm saying? Argued that it is good to live in the moment, and after that I argued that while we should live in the moment, we can't live in the moment in a way that ruins our future. And I said something about like how stress is bad for you, and I talked about and I use psychology to talk about like the negative side effects of stress. And then I also use psychology talking about bipolar disorder, and I connected that in some way to the living in the moment type thing, because like you live in the moment during those during those periods of mania, but then you can jeopardize yourself in those periods of mania, which like makes the periods of depression even worse. So yeah, I was just yapping for so long, but that is why I feel like psychology is very applicable, and it goes in A tier. Okay, next up we have AP Human Geography. I actually didn't like it very much because I have no reason for not liking it actually. I just didn't like the class. But I feel like you can use like human geography in your other classes and in everyday life. Like the human geography talked about like the demographic transition models and like redlining, gerrymandering, the population pyramids, and those really showed up in like the other classes. Like environmental science had the population pyramids and the demographic transition model, and I just feel like a lot of the concepts are shared with other AP classes, which makes it very beneficial to take it early, I feel like. So because of that, I just didn't like the class. I don't know why. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I'm gonna put it, there you go. Next up we have US government and politics. And this class, I feel like I had this class at the best time that I could have had this class. I had this class in the best time because when it was election time, I could use government. I had government first semester, so I could use the knowledge from government to explain it, while after the presidency, I could use econ in my second semester to explain the effects and the plan, of what's going on. So I feel like I like between government and politics versus econ, which is better. I'm gonna put this class, I'm gonna put it better. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I feel like it's an important class. Like, you need to know how the government works, right? And I feel like before I took government, I was so confused on a lot of things about how our nation is run, because I liked how government talked about current events. Okay, next class, US history. What do I think about this class? It was a lot of work. And if I didn't have this class, my year would have been such a breeze. I don't know. What do I put this? It was a lot of work. I can just think that there was a lot of work. I'm gonna put it, it's better than biology. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Okay, we have world history. I actually liked learning about world history more than about US history. I don't know why. I guess it's because in your past years you already know things about US history, so it was fun learning about history I didn't know. So I'm gonna put world history. I'm gonna put it next to econ. I feel like they're about the same level. AP chemistry. Is this the last one? Okay. And last but not least, AP chemistry. Okay. I'm thinking A or S tier for this. I feel like I was just blessed with a really good teacher. I know chemistry can be a lot of I know that AP Chem has a really bad reputation of being difficult. I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think it's just because of the teacher. If I had a different teacher, I feel like I would put it a lot lower. My teacher assigned really good practice questions to us, and I feel like that helped a lot. I actually cooked on the chemistry AP exam, guys. So anyways, that is my tier list ranking for AP classes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're new, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Also, thank you for 150 subscribers.